This is my new 486 66 MHz PC. This is going to be a short video where I'll show you some of the cool features of the exterior of the case, as well as take a peek on the inside. I bought it yesterday after seeing it online. It's the kind of computer that every retro enthusiast should have. It has a turbo button, LED display, a fake 3.5-inch disk drive, and room for 3 5.25-inch drives. I absolutely love this type of desktop case design, so I made my offer and the seller kindly accepted it. To me, this is the pinnacle of the 90s computer scene, when 386 and 486 systems found their way into our everyday lives. It was also the first PC I ever had as a kid. But this case in particular caught my eye. Being a desktop case with its turbo button, its changing LED display, something that really belongs in this type of retro cases. We have the reset button, a turbo button, and a power button. We have a 3.5-inch disk drive, a fake 3.5-inch disk drive, a CD-ROM drive, and we have 3 5.25-inch bays to store additional units. I really love those fake 3.25-inch disk drives. But the real kicker has to be the LED display and its corresponding turbo button. A really nice feature for any retro computer. This type of desktop case has a certain look and feel that can relate to not only 486 based machines, but even 386 type of computers. I mean, swap out the CD-ROM drive for a 5.25-inch floppy drive, and you'll have a totally different looking system. In fact, chances are that this case started out its life as a 386 and was later upgraded to a 486. Moving to the back of the case, we have the power supply unit with the power input as well as an output for the monitor. We also have a DIN-based keyboard connector and very few expansion cards in the system. We have the video card with a VGA output. We have 2 serial ports and 1 parallel port. And that's basically it. On the back we also find a sticker with the various hardware configurations which were possible for this PC, ranging from a 386 SX to a 486 dx2. CPU is detected as a dx2 66 MHz and it has 8 MB of RAM installed. Now the computer doesn't come with a sound card, but I have the perfect sound blaster that will go with it. Ideal for playing MS-DOS games. Now I haven't opened up the case yet, so I'm very excited to see what we'll see inside. All I knew from the ad was that it was a 66 MHz 486 with 8 MB of RAM. The computer boots up just fine, so that's already a good thing, but I do expect to find some battery leakage in there, so I'm hoping it hasn't done too much havoc onto the board. I'm also curious to see what kinds of graphic card and controller cards we'll find in the system. So let's open it up. Now that we're inside, we can already notice a couple of things. We have the board packed with 8 MB of RAM. We also have a battery that has leaked onto the motherboard. We have the 2 Visa Local Bus cards, a graphics card and a controller card for the hard drive and the floppy drive. Now let's see what kind of CPU we have in here. So let's remove some of those IDE cables. And we notice an Intel Overdrive CPU. Now, the Intel Overdrive chip was a nice surprise. As you can see, it's an ODPR chip, meaning it was a swap-in replacement for an earlier CPU. Now as you can see, the battery has been wreaking havoc on the main board in a pretty substantial way. So we'll need to do a lot of cleanup here. We can see the damage from a different angle. Even the ISO slot has been impacted. In the Visa Local Bus slots, we see the controller card for the hard drive and the floppy drive, as well as the graphics card from Diamond System with the Cirrus Logic chipset. Nothing really special to report on the disk drive or CD-ROM drive, except perhaps for the fact that the hard drive seems to be held in place by a piece of wood. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe. I'm really anxious to getting to work with this PC as I think it will be a great foundation for an MS-DOS gaming PC. There is still some cleanup to do. We'll need to add the sound blaster, do a complete reinstallation of the operating system, drivers, and other cool software. So catch you guys later. Bye.